Good morning and welcome to our morning meditation. I hope you had a wonderful weekend and I'm glad that you are joining us this morning as we start our meditations for this week. Please again invite your family and friends to join us as we share these times together. I would like to begin with our words from our Transcendentalist forebearer, Ralph Waldo Emerson, and then we will be sharing I will be sharing some information with you regarding Thomas Jefferson and the Jefferson Bible and his understanding of that. And I think it's a great reflection on his understanding of Jesus and the role of the divine in the world today. So I invite you to settle in. From compensation. We feel defrauded of the retribution due to evil acts, because the criminal adheres to his vice and continuancy, and does not come to a crisis or judgment anywhere in visible nature. There is no stunning confutation of his nonsense before men and angels. Therefore, has he outwitted the law, inasmuch as he carries the malignity and the lie with him? He so far decreases from nature. In some manner there will be a demonstration of the wrong to the understanding also. But should we not see it, this deadly deduction makes square the eternal account? Neither can it be said, on the other hand, that the gain of rectitude must be brought by any loss. There is no penalty to virtue, no penalty to wisdom. They are proper additions of being. In a virtuous action, I properly am in a virtuous act. I add to the world. I plant into deserts conquered from chaos and nothing, and see the darkness receding on the limits of the horizon. There can be no excess to love, none to knowledge, none to beauty, when these attributes are considered in the purest sense. The soul refuses limits and always affirms the optimism, never pessimism. In many traditions, it is believed if you speak out loud your wish of goodwill to the world, it gives power to that wish. Therefore, I send out to you a hope and an offering of power to the architects of the future. Those who look not for compensation at every turn, but instead see every day, every individual day, as a foundation for building a tomorrow and a vision for the future that is filled with hope and inspiration. May these great visionaries be given freedom to be dreamers and to inspire us all. I invite you now to speak peace into the world by speaking of those you hold in your hearts as we send positive energy into the world by simply speaking the name out loud in the space you're in, or entering the name into the comments below as we join together in community. We speak of that which we carry in our heart as a sign that we are connected to the world around us. I now bind not only that which has been named and made known to us, but that which is unnamed, but still held in the love in the hearts of who we are today. Now, I invite you to readjust your body if you are able. Turn your chair to face a window or other light source. If you are with us here in Colorado, look outside in the Denver area. Look outside and see the beautiful snow that is falling. Find a comfortable position, standing or laying, as open as you physically can. Uncross your arms and legs. Roll your shoulders back. Open your chest. Move your neck from side to side. Stretch your body out to allow more blood flow to freely flow through your body. Today I will be sharing with you two videos, one from the University of Virginia and the other from the Smithsonian Institute. And both will reference deist and proto-Unitarian Thomas Jefferson, who was born on April 13th, 1743. They will explore his understanding of divinity of Jesus and his creation of what has now become known as the Jefferson Bible. So I invite you to just settle in and listen to these videos, and then I'll have some thoughts about it after the reflection. So as we listen to these videos, we listen to these explorers and professors discuss what their ideas and understanding of Jefferson's understanding of Jesus is. I invite you to breathe together. And as we do this in this time when so many of us are concerned about breath and what breath looks like right now during this time of the coronavirus, I ask you to take in your breath. Let that breath oxygenate your body and then expel it. So take a second to hold it for just a second and then expel it. So we'll take a breath in.
Jefferson, as his life evolved, increasingly became uncomfortable with the stories of Jesus in the Gospels.
Jefferson sets out to remove the miracles and retain the morality.
He produces a Bible in which there are no supernatural elements, no references to Old Testament prophecy, no angels, no miracles, no resurrection.
Now, his motivation is really to get to the core teachings. And so he felt that those things that are miracles or can't be explained really are outside of the core teaching and had been added over the years by various misunderstood people.
Abstracting what is really his from the rubbish in which it is buried, easily distinguished by its luster from the dross of his biographers, and as separate from that as the diamond from the dunghill.
Jefferson strips away angels, miracles, and the resurrection itself in his search for the moral center of the text.
Now, an Orthodox Christian would read the Jefferson Bible and say, how very sad. How very sad to have a Jesus with no miracles. How very pathetic not to have the resurrection of Christ. But Jefferson thought that that kind of violation of natural law was an impossibility, and he thought that the resurrection of Jesus was an historical fable imposed upon the life story of Jesus.
There laid they Jesus, and rolled the great stone to the door of the sepulchre, and departed.
The book ends there.
For Jefferson, it's not an act of desecration, and it should not be understood as such. For Jefferson, it's a kind of act of enlightenment piety.
In creating the Jefferson Bible, what Thomas Jefferson did was take a Greek, Latin, French, and English version, and he had a column for each language, Greek and Latin on this side, French and English on this side, so he could compare the translations. He took Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, got rid of all redundancy. He put things in chronological order, so it goes from birth to death. He got rid of miracles, and he focused a lot on Jesus's speech and his particular, what he felt Jesus himself said.
The book is a really intriguing object. And because it's so intriguing, there's many aspects about it that you come to appreciate. I mean, on the one hand, you're getting this real sense of Jefferson, the individual. And for me, I think of Jefferson as, author of the Declaration of Independence, skilled politician, skilled diplomat, president, religious, philosophical leader, not really high on my list until I began to examine this. And what you see through this is a more complete Jefferson. And by understanding Jefferson, I think you also get a better understanding of the Revolutionary era and the founding of the nation.
The more I studied the detail and the precision, I was flabbergasted by how precise he was with everything, and thinking about him being 77 years old. I often thought that him being an architect obviously helped him be able to sort of cut it out and paste it together. It was a project. He only talked about it to his very close friends. Even a lot of family members didn't really know about it. If family members asked him about religion, he would say, you need to decide for yourself. But what I think is most telling about the actual book is that a lot of the wear and tear of it is in his lifetime. It's from him reading it over and over again after he made it.
I hope you found those two video clips interesting and inspiring. And I ask you that if they're inspiring in the sense that I hope that you use Jefferson's example to inspire you to deepen your own belief system, to explore what you believe about the world, about the nature of humanity, about the divine. I invite you to do like he did, to carve it up. Like he took the four Gospels and literally took them out and cut them out piece by piece and put them into an understandable system that worked for him. I invite you to do the same thing. I invite you to dig deeper than what you've been told or what you've been given as far as your understanding of the world, and to really challenge yourself to go deeper into an understanding of who you are and what you understand the world to be. So I invite you to take this challenge today and in the days to come and throughout your whole life to continually go deeper into understanding who you are and to see once you can break down pieces into its most basic parts, to view the world from a new vantage point. And I say this, and I hope that we are able to challenge ourselves to be more and greater and deeper than we've been every day as we build a new world around us. So I'd like to say, may we take the goodwill that we hold in our hearts, may we take this time to reflect on who we want to be in a deeper sense, and enjoy ourselves just for a moment of silence. And may we say together, blessed be. I want to thank you all for joining me today. Again, I'm open to your comments and suggestions. Please let me know in the comment section, or just in general. Contact me. Let me know if you would like to see anything different in our reflections and meditations, contemplations as we go forward. And as we say together, may we believe in something bigger than ourselves. May we send peace into the world. May we recognize that the divine rests in you and me. And may we offer goodwill into the world by saying together, Amen, Amin, Shalom, Salam, Namaste.